All right, today we're jumping into a short story that is surprisingly powerful. It's all about value, loyalty, and, how our perception of things can change everything. It's kind of like a modern parable, but told through the eyes of a piece of furniture. Let's get into its story. So our story kicks off with this one simple, hopeful thought. Right away, we meet our main character, this mahogany table, and we know exactly how it feels. See, it's not just an object. It's waiting for something. It's hopeful, and it's happy. And that one feeling really sets the tone for everything that's about to happen.
So what's the deal with this table? Well, this is no ordinary piece of furniture from a big box store. Nope. This is what you'd call a royal heirloom. An object that's just soaked in centuries of family history and, a lot of love. 300 years. Just let that sink in for a second. This table has been a quiet witness to generations of a family's life. It's been the constant thing in the room through centuries of change. Its real value isn't just the wood it's made from, it's the history locked inside it.
And it was absolutely treasured. We're told it was the most loved piece of furniture, admired for its beautiful, intricate designs. Back in its prime, this table was the star of the show.
But then, of course, things start to shift. The family home, the place where the table has sat for its entire existence, is about to get a massive renovation. And this is where our story really takes a turn.
And we're not talking about just a little touch-up. Oh no, the whole house is being redone. Fresh paint everywhere, all the old wiring ripped out and replaced, a deep cleaning of every single nook and cranny. It's basically organized chaos, which is a huge change from the quiet, stable life the table has always known.
And right in the middle of all this upheaval, the table's role just completely changes. It's not the precious centerpiece anymore. To the workers, it's just a big, sturdy thing they can stand on to reach the ceilings. It becomes a tool.
Now here's what I find so interesting. It's how the table sees this change. It doesn't feel demoted or disrespected, not at all. It sees this as a kind of duty, a loyal sacrifice it's making, fully believing that once this is all over, its real worth will be seen and appreciated again. This slide just lays it out so clearly. You see the huge gap between what the table is thinking on the inside and what's actually happening on the outside. In its mind, it's still royal. It's happy to help out, but in reality, its beautiful designs are getting covered in dust, paint is dripping all over it, it's getting completely wrecked.
And this is the table's inner voice. And it's just so optimistic, isn't it? It truly believes that all these dings and stains are just temporary. It thinks, hey, my core value, my royalty, is still here. It's just hiding under a bit of mess. A good cleaning, and I'll be good as new.
So after all this hard work and patient waiting, we finally get to the climax of the story. The family's on their way home, and the table is expecting to be celebrated. But what happens next is just a total heartbreaking reversal.
6 whole months, a half a year has gone by. The dust finally settles, the renovations are done, and the table, even with all its new scars, is just buzzing with anticipation.
This is it, the moment it's been waiting for. The family walks back in, so happy to see their beautiful, updated home. And you, reading the story, you're expecting this moment of recognition, right? You think they're going to see the table and immediately start restoring it. And then, bam! The madam of the house doesn't see a loyal heirloom that served them well. She just sees a piece of junk. With that one sentence, 300 years of history and 6 months of faithful service are just gone. The table's worth is judged only by its beat-up appearance.
Wow. So what are we supposed to do with a moment like that? Let's take a step back and really think about the big ideas this story is making us face.
This is really the heart of it, isn't it? The table did its duty. It put up with all that hardship for the family's sake. But because that service left a physical mark, it actually made the table's true value invisible. Its loyalty wasn't just forgotten, it was punished.
This chart shows you exactly where it all went wrong. It's a total collision of perspectives. The table sees itself through the lens of its history and its identity. The family, they only see it based on how it looks now and if it matches their new modern decor. 2 completely different ways of seeing value, with a devastating outcome for one of them. And that really brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. This story, it's not really about a table, is it? It's kind of a mirror. It makes us ask ourselves, in our own lives, what things or people do we value for their deeper story, and what do we value just for their shiny surface? And, maybe more importantly, what priceless heirlooms, in our homes or even in our relationships,
might we be tossing aside just because they're spoiling the new decor?